Gentlemen, I look around myself from the world that I do preside in, and I see a world of manufactured suffering. I remember being a child watching my mother cry herself to sleep because the doctors put her on medication that they knew wouldn't work. And they charged my family house and home for it, I remember too. I remember going to the park and playing with my friends, and all of a sudden, one of the girls that used to go there stopped showing up. And I wondered to myself, and I asked my mom, why did that girl stop coming? It wasn't until years later that I found out that that girl was a foster kid, and her older sister was sold into slavery by their foster mother, whored out for dollars to buy drugs. My grandfather fostered two children that had to flee their family because their mother would use their daughter as a shield for their father's baseball bat. I know people that had their lives totally changed by the way our politicians and government treated COVID. They put people in hospital beds knowing it would crush their lungs because they were getting paybacks for every single person that died in a hospital with COVID. I remember my friend, being a young adult, being smashed apart in a drunk driving accident by a rich drunk driver. I remember the lawyers sitting there and arguing that the man did not pass from the car crash because the doctors said he had COVID, so they marked his death in the hospital a COVID death so they could receive their stipend from the government. I saw my savings in real time. I would have been able to afford a house in 5 years. I watched my savings cut in half and then further as the prices rose up, as the corporations and governments grew in their power. I watched during 2008 when the corporations forced everyone out on their home. The banks knew they shouldn't have given out the loans, and they did it anyway. And what did our government do for us? They bailed out the companies. They didn't bail out us. They didn't pay for your mommy and daddy's mortgage, right? They threw them out on the streets.